If you are watching this right now, that means something has gone horribly wrong.
Yep, that's me. And you're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Come with me on an adventure as we go from a $1,000 plane to a pile of rubbish and the crazy story to get it back. You see, it all started with the VTOL, a $1,000 aircraft that was meant to be easy to fly. I mean, GPS, airspeed tracking, self-landing, it had everything. It could even switch from a plane to a drone mid-flight. And it had the Edge T3 system inside, and you can see it right now. It looked gorgeous. Look what happened when I tried to land.
Now,
it's not good.
Loiter. Oh, geez. How do we land this? Oh, God, we're going into the trees, boys. Oh. Cruise mode. I don't know, cruise mode. And then it's like, nah, we're going to just fly into these trees. And I was like full stick deflection.
We spent months trying to get this back, including sending other drones up there to try and hook it down. They're stuck up there now too. But just when all hope was lost, look what happened.
Bad news, it is crazy windy right now, so I don't know if you guys can see this. It's definitely going to be coming through on the microphone. It's going to be struggling, but check it out. It's happened, guys. We are on our way. The VTOL is out of the tree. Apparently there's some damage, but I am super stoked. It's been, you know, a month or two waiting for this. Had some big storms. It's moved and it is finally on the ground. Maybe in pieces. Let's go pick it up and just see how bad the damage is. Here it is. So for those doubters out there, we got the VTOL back. Thank you for all your suggestions. It has seen better days. But I mean, that's not terrible. Like a little bit of hot glue, that's pretty good. These case pieces, that's gonna pop off. What I'm really interested and hopefully excited about, oh, it's got a lot of water actually. Seems like there's a lot of water coming out of like that part, which unfortunately is directly over the flight controller. The damage doesn't look too terrible. This motor's seen better days, absolutely. It's all like twisted and pulled out, but is the SD card gonna work? Like the Edge T3 system, that's probably the part I was the most sad about. The battery's gonna be cooked, but let's go plug it in and see what happens. Do you think we're gonna have some fireworks?
Definitely.
You think?
Yep. Okay,
let's do it. Now this here, that's like tree trunk, basically in the wing. Oh no, that's even inside there. So it definitely was stuck for a while. Let's check the battery. I was a bit sad because this battery didn't seem terrible. Cells. It's got to be completely dead. Yeah, the battery's completely cooked. We've got nothing from that. Let's, well, this is all unplugged. So let's have a look here. Take the front off. Got a lot of gum leaves here. Oh, there's the SD card. This is the part that I really care about. Like the Edge T3 system, that would be cool if that's still working. Do we have any footage on here though? Because it was up in the tree for a long time and it was not turning off and it wasn't a great thing with Ardu, whatever this pilot is here, but let's plug it in and see. Now these files, they're always annoying to try to play as well. So I just need to be able to see them. Oh, that's a good sign, right? There is a problem. Yep, that's just looking good. Look at this. Okay, we got it. Like video. There we go. So I wonder what will happen if I try to play this file. It's 4 gigs. Now this might explode on the computer. No! Okay, I'm gonna do my best upstairs and hopefully get some DVR. Let's plug it in and see what happens. Let's plug the actual drone in. That's that. I'm gonna take the wings out because I don't want these just to kick off and go crazy. Okay, we've got one. I'm gonna even take that propeller off. So let's do that with a bit of editing. Okay, now I feel safe to plug it in. 3.9 volts per cell. It's gonna work.
Did you go?
First, we're gonna check the flight controller, basically. Yeah! I'd call that a success.
Oh, yeah.
Getting lights, no smoke. Even that back rudder's working there, a couple of servos. Am I going to get power to the Edge T3 system? At least that stayed intact until it got here.
Yeah, true. It would suck to have one piece still up there.
Yeah, it'd suck to have the Edge T3 system up there. That'd be like the main part that I wanted. Like, oh no, get everything else back. Okay, oh, we've got some sort of bug. Sorry there, guys. Plug this in.
No bugs were harmed.
Oh, look at this, we've got some lights.
Oh, sorry.
So, I mean, I'm gonna have to plug this in and check completely, but that's usually a good sign that it's not just frizzing out or doing something. So, very, very cool. This is when all this smoke starts spewing. Now, fingers crossed, this is either one of two things. We're going to end the video, or two, let's go have a look at the awesome Edge T3 footage. So let's see whatever happens after I clap my hands in 3, 2, 1.
Now, before you see what happened with those files, there's one thing you need to do, and it's super simple. Just hit that subscribe button so you can see more awesome FPV videos. Like, do it. Do it right now. Yeah, go. All right, on with the video. This is the part I'm absolutely stoked about. So with a bit of fun, a bit of tinkering around, we've actually got the files back off the SD card. I have a working Edge T3 system again. And here I can kind of talk about like how it flew, what was it like, what was the video like, the recording, all that sort of stuff. And I have to say the Edge T3 system, if you watch this far, it is definitely impressive. It's not as good as Walk Snail, it's not as good as DJI, and it doesn't look as good as the internal DVR, but the recording is actually pretty decent. Although you do get some strange like flickers, and I guess especially when you're looking at the water and the sun together and the reflections. I don't know how the algorithm inside it is actually handling it, but it's a little bit wacky, let me just say. The actual flight characteristics of the VTOL, however, I didn't like. I don't really like ArduPilot and Mission Planner. I tried to follow everything that was in the manual. It just was not an easy to fly user experience. And it kind of reminds me of like trying to do something through Linux when people, a lot of the time, if they just want to get out and fly, they might prefer something like Windows or Mac or something like that. So Mission Planner and everything like that, this is the wrong system in my opinion, just to make people be able to have a good time in the air and cruise around. But look, overall, I didn't hate it. I'm really grateful that I got it back, and let me know what you guys think about it. Are you interested in more VTOL content? Do you want more like Mission Planner content? Should I do a deep dive? Like, I tried to follow everything in here. I am actually surprised that even though we probably had 3 or 4 storms roll through, it's still working. Like, everything in here works. Even the flight controller, which was absolutely drenched, works. The GPS works. The servos work. The only thing that's really damaged is the motors and the actual airframe itself. The airframe took a huge beating. It was stuck in there very, very bad. Like, it had wedged a tree branch between its wing and one of the hard plastic clip parts. But yeah, the rest of it, it's crazy that it's all still working. No magic smoke or anything like that. So anyway, hopefully after all that, you've appreciated it. We've earned a sub, and I will see you in the next video, which probably 99% of the time is going to be on Betaflight. So let's go do it now. Go watch one of those videos. And as always, happy flying.